there has been talks about in 100-month car loan financing the car for 8 years. And I just want to give my take on that. My opinion, I think it'll be a bad decision for people to do for a number of reasons. One, car loans are bad debt. They are, because they don't go up in value, and you're basically financing something that's not gonna give you any return. It's gonna lose value. As soon as you drive a car off the lot, it goes down $2,000 in value or something like that. And also, you're paying, you're going to be paying so much in interest. They're talking about doing this because of high car prices have been going up, and data shows that car repossessions have been surging in 2026. The average car payment in America is over $750. That's the average car payment in America. I don't understand how we can even have that, because we still have insurance, car insurance, and we still have gas. And gas prices have been surging too. That's been surging too. So just for transportation, you're going to end up spending somewhere between, I feel like, 1,000 to just a little over 1,000 a month just for transportation. Guys, and this is why so many people can't build wealth, because of car payments. You do realize that instead of having a car payment, you could use that same $750 and put it into index funds like SP 500, growing at an average rate of 10%. Because on average, that's what the stock market has. SP 500 has returned 10%. I just don't understand why so many Americans we put money in things that don't go up in value, but rather down in value. They don't grow. And it's like, because cars are just a way for consumption. I understand you need to get from point A to point B, but you don't need to really finance a car. You just need to get from point to point B. And me, I don't do that. I don't use debt to pay for anything. I don't use debt to leverage it. I just spend my own money. I just save up to pay for things. If I don't have the money in the moment, then I'm not going to make the payment. I'm not going to make the purchase, because people think, oh, if I can afford to make the payment, I can afford the item. No, that's just them. That's just them trying to lure you, and that's them trying to trap you into taking out more loans and getting into more debt. And when you guys finance a car, you guys are risking of it getting repossessed. And don't even get me started on co-sign a car for somebody. Don't co-sign a car for anybody, because they don't go down in value. They don't go up in value. And a lot of these cars that people trade in, they get into something called negative equity, meaning where they owe more than what the car is worth. Meaning the car is only worth $5,000, but the remaining balance is $15,000. But they still have accumulated all this interest, like, and you just lost $10,000 in equity. That's $10,000 going down the drain. Like, in my opinion, for me, it feels like that's car loans. For me, is just money going down the drain, because number one, you're giving the banks or dealerships free money. The way to get a lower interest rate on it, though, I'll say, is to have a good credit score, somewhere between like in the 700 to 800s, in order to get generally the best interest rate. Interest rate is basically a fee for using someone else's money. And for me, it just feels like you're just giving away free money. You're just throwing money down the drain instead of just saving up and buying a used vehicle and just keeping up with the maintenance. A lot of people would rather trade in a car that has nothing wrong with it. Maybe gotta do a few repairs to it. That's not gonna cost you a lot of money, than having a super high car payment. Guys, car payment just no way for me. It's just not a thing for me. Because I was never the type to go into debt anyway. I never liked going into debt. I just don't like debt. I just don't like owing anyone money. I don't borrow money for the same reason why I don't let people borrow from me. The reason why I don't let people borrow from me, because you're going to realize that, if particularly friends or family members, you'll realize that they're not going to pay you back. Or if they do, you're going to have to go through so much to just to get it. If the bank doesn't trust them, if the bank won't loan the money, then neither should you. So yeah, guys, just don't fall for these 100. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this 8-year financing, 100 month car loan, because you're gonna lose. The car's gonna lose so much value, and the negative equity will just be higher and higher for you. You're gonna lose so much money. Trust me, you're gonna be paying so much more in interest, because the longer you finance the car for, your payment might be small, like $200 to $300 a month, or even that. But the fact that you're stretching the loan is you're gonna be paying more. You're gonna be paying more in interest. They're doing this because they're saying that, oh, the sticker price on a car is too high. I seen something, they said the average cost of a new car is over $50,000. And they're doing this to say, oh, well, you don't have to put a super high down payment if you finance it for a longer term. But what they're not going to tell you is half of your car payment is going towards the interest. It's not going towards the principal. It's going towards the interest. And that's what people don't understand about debt. And even credit cards, credit cards are another wealth killer. I talked about credit cards in the past. You guys know how I feel about credit cards. You guys know how I feel about credit cards and cars and things into that nature, particularly financing them. I don't do it because it just feels so good when you get your paycheck and after your utilities and stuff like that, after you pay yourself first, I should have said that, all your money is yours. You can decide what you want to do with it. And for me, I don't want my money wrapped up in materialistic things, because I'm not a material person. Me, I like to spend money on experiences, things that bring me joy and things that bring me happiness. That's what I prefer to spend my money on. Now, we're all different and we can spend our money our own different ways, because personal finance is very personal. But guys, if you guys finance a car for 8 years, 100 months, you guys are going to be trapped. Because as I keep saying, you're gonna owe more on the car than what it's actually worth. And you're gonna be paying so much more in interest. And on top of that, it's just, you have maintenance, the maintenance costs are super high right now because of car prices have been surging. You got gas. Diesel has gone up over in some states between $4 to $5 a gallon. I know in California it's super high right now. I know in Michigan it's about $4.30 a gallon for diesel just to fill up your tank. And it's just so much more has to go into getting a car. I'm not just talking about the car loan. I'm talking about gas and insurance. You do realize if you have a car with no car payment, you just have to take care of gas and insurance. And you could keep that somewhat manageable depending on where you live. But car payments, just no way. I don't care if I have a super low interest rate. I'm not gonna finance a car. We build up, like people build up credit scores. They get all these perfect credit scores, just to put it at risk when getting a car loan, because you missed a payment. Your car is gonna get repossessed, and car repossessions generally stay on your credit for about 7 years, and it brings your credit score low. It will significantly drop your credit score, because 35% of what goes into your credit score is payment history, and the fact that you missed a payment is going to bring your credit down lower. Because car repossessions have been going up, gas prices have going up, insurance have going up, and this is just another way for them to keep you struggling, keep you hustling every month just to pay a car payment, just to keep up with the Joneses. And guys, a lot of people, they just finance cars just to keep up with the Joneses, just so they can have the newest style, just so they can have the newest model. Guys, I know a person who just bought a car, and now they're talking about, and now not even 2 months later, they financing a new car. And I was talking to him, I was like, hey man, just make sure you pay cash, because, car payments are not really it. And, it just makes me think how a lot of people, we just spend so much on consumption, but there's nothing wrong with consuming things, but we also need to save as well. We also need to put up money for a rainy day. Half of Americans couldn't even cover a $400 emergency expense without using credit, without taking out a loan. So yeah, guys, just avoid the car loans, especially the one that they're trying to propose. So that's my take on it. Let me know in the comments what's your take on the $100 a month car loan. I mean a 100 month car loan.